Hello, swing trading a real chart without indicator. So let's together take a look at our watch list, and we have two stocks we can analyze together. NDAQ is the first one. We are going to use maximum daily chart. And as we look at NDAQ, again, it's just the chart, candlestick chart with support lines. So we have two support lines here. One is supporting the upside wall of the mountain, and the second one is passing by the valley of the mountain. Today is November 18, 2025, and we are analyzing before the market opens today. So yesterday the price went down. The price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning when the market opened. So therefore the price dropped that day. But by just looking at the chart with multiple years in front of you, the year is from the past to the present on the x-axis, and the price from 0 up on the y-axis. In relation to where we see the highest all-time price, because we are using a maximum daily chart, this is all-time highest price. And where the price is right now, you will see that where the price is right now is lower than where the highest price. Therefore, there is a drop. It's going down, and it could well be resting on this support line here. It could rest there and start going up from there. But because we don't want to buy on a short uptrend line, which even though this support line is 2 years old, 2025, 2024, originated in 2023, we just prefer to wait and buy at this support line in case it will come back down to it. If we assume that will be the valley line. Otherwise, we have this one as well. Last time it touched base with it went up for almost 2 years before it pulled back. But pulling back, it did it gradually for over a year to 2 years before it touched base with it as well. So, and when it left it was 2 years ago. So we are just going to continue observing it. It could well rest there and continue going up from there, just like the way it did it those 2 times. If it's not done climbing up, otherwise at some point it might be done with this support line and might decide to come back down to the valley line. Not knowing when it will end, we just prefer to wait, because we are using long option and swing trading strategy, and based on that strategy we want to buy stocks at the valley line when they start going up from there, when they pull back to that valley line and start going up, and sell it after it reach a peak. And you can see that after it reached the highest peak, which will be a price higher than those 2 peaks, it continued for a year, of course pulling back and continuing. So we want to sell it after before we see that first higher peak. Stay in the trade a little bit longer, and that is how we are swing trading those stocks without indicator, just using the valley line. And it's good to know which line is the valley line and which one is the supporting line, supporting the upside wall of the mountain. Because when you are buying it at that line, it will be a short uptrend swing trading strategy, because at some point it will be done with that supporting line and might want it to pull back to the valley line when it's done climbing up. And those stocks are upward stocks. They are growth stocks. They do go up for a while and then they will pull back. But again, because of the way we are trading, the strategy we are using, it is not a buy time for us. NVDA is the second one. Yesterday the price went up for it. The price is in green because again at the end of the day the price was higher than the price in the morning. So we want to buy at this valley line, but right now it's resting at the supporting line, supporting the upside wall of the mountain. It came back to this valley line in 2025. So therefore, it will continue. It will continue going up for a while. Although this supporting line is like 3 years old like the other one. So I'm not entirely sure if it's going to continue using it as the valley line to continue going up, or if it's going to pull back to a lower line. It has, when it touched base with Fed previously, if we take this one, it went up for a year. So therefore, as it touched base with this one in April, it could well be on that rise for a year or so before it will pull back to it. And with that in mind, if you want to buy some around this support line using short up to long swing trading strategy, you could, but with the assumption that this is a valley line and it's going to continue it, for about a year. Alternatively, if this is supporting the upside wall of the mountain and it will decide to come back down, then it might. But you see this line is kind of low enough that it could well be a valley line. So let's trace, let's not use that. Let's trace some supporting lines here. I think this will just be too low of a line for it to come back down to. So this will be, because it has gone up, this will be a valid line, and it has been doing that every year and a half, and then it pulled back. So it could be on this rise for that long. Let's go back to daily chart here. So you can see that right now is resting on that support line, and pretty much that's the way it did it here, and then it continued. So we could buy it there today because again it pulled back to this support line the past 2 days or so. Today if we see it, we see it again around that supporting line. Something I'm doing this year going into 2026, instead of buying on a green bar days, I'm trying to see if I can buy on a red bar day as well. Because why buying it on the day the price is going up if you are going to pay a higher price for it? I'm trying to, you see, that's how when you pick a strategy, you can keep stretching it to see how far you can go with it. So in fact, I think we have 2 bars there. So today we can purchase it. If we see a sale around that supporting line, we can purchase some with the assumption that this is the valley line and is going to continue going up from there for about a year, for about a year. So, and we will do that with that assumption, but just keep in mind that it could be a risky move. But again, you learn by trying those things. When it comes to NVDA, we purchased it last year. You can see those arrows, they show where we purchased it. The arrows facing up and arrows facing down show where we sold. So we purchased it using short up trend line. We chose it along that trend line last year, but then we purchased it again and it was done with that trend line and it pulled back. So we got stuck in it for more than a year and we sold it here. So we can check how much profit we made in it. So since it left this area already, if we think it's going to continue climbing up for about a year from this area, then that will be all the way to April next year before it will be really going down. So you might decide to buy some there to continue going up with it for a while and then pull back. But again, there is a risk that you might get stuck in it if it does not go that route and decided to pull back on you, and we might repeat the history there as well. That is one way to view it. But yeah, and that is pretty much how we trade without indicator. Otherwise, our best bet would be to just wait, to just keep observing it until it comes back to this valley line. And when it starts going up from there, we can buy. Will be the right approach, and that will respect our long upturn and swing trading strategy. But when you do not catch it around that area it left it, then you can do that analysis to see if you still want to catch it, knowing by estimating how much longer do you think that course might continue. When we go to our record spreadsheet, we'll go to the sell session. So we bought it in December for 139 and we sold it, okay, that I say a year ago, but it was 7-8 months ago. We sold it in July for 159. We pay a fee for a penny and we made 1,500 profits total of 14% return, and that was $20 profit per share. And by buying it that high, wait until when we got stuck in it and then sell it back there. So if we decided to buy it again this year, there after we didn't get in here, because when we bought it there we just wanted to wait on it. If we get in there and then it decided to come back down, we might get stuck in it. But alternatively, July, so July it reached a higher up there and then it continued. And one thing to so here is January. So January it started to go down. So those are things to consider as well. But yeah, I just prefer to keep observing it to see what it's going to do, and just prefer to buy next time it comes back to the valley line. So this conclude how we swing trade, analyzing a real chart without indicator. Thank you very much for your time. We thank you very much for your comments, and we thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afyabi Liberman, Kuros of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and NDAQ our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. The goal is to make profits with each swing trade. Sometimes, depending on where you bought it, it might take you months, if not few years, for if you purchase it at a higher price, for the price to come back to your level and surpass it for you to make profits. Then you learn from that experience, and if you are going to buy that stock again, you think twice and buy at a better price. Thank you for your time. For more of our swing trading tips, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by Liberman.com, our online store. We have a tote bag that we listed. Will you please check it out if you are looking for a bag, a handbag, or a gift for yourself, or for a friend or a family member. Thank you for your time.